Okay. No one. Good job, man.
Sync, clap. Cool. Got
Beautiful.
First try.
Oh, look at us. Oh, look at us.
Welcome back.
It's going right from there, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
We don't have much of an intro for this
No,
one. It's just a part 2.
Yeah, welcome back to Cinema Roulette. So, today is something that we need to go over because,
we know you, Internet.
yeah, basically, I wanted to try and think of how to put it in the nicest way possible.
We know you. We know how
Yeah.
you treat anyone who talks about film. We know that someone's coming up the stairs and the audio is picking it up. But here's the thing.
Do you want me to just keep this here?
Yeah, just keep it on the table. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there are films and or TV shows that we really don't want to do, and we honestly refuse to do.
Well, okay. The rules for this is known as the fucking no list. Oh, look, the video's demonetized because we said the F-bomb in the opening. But this is a list of things that only we could put on the wheel, but if we ever ask for a vote, we'll not. Unless we did like a charity event for some reason and someone donated enough, and we also say, fine, we'll do that one.
Basically, the only person who can break those rules is us. And because it's like, we don't mind reviewing if someone really requests a film that's bad or something, if they give us enough money, it's fine. But there are certain films we just will not do.
Or shows as well.
Yeah, this just because they're either long or a bunch of reasons that we'll get into once we go over what we absolutely refuse to review.
Also, some of these may be like, what? It's because I know you, and I know we'll bring up that we hate it.
Yeah.
And then someone's going to be like, oh, I know how to be funny. It's like, okay. So, first up, we're just going to go straight down the list because I have it on a Google Doc here.
So,
first one up is all the other Star Wars movies we haven't talked about.
Basically, and the thing is, like, one of these days I do want to rewatch the first 2, but the thing is, we're not going to review them because there's nothing else we can add. They've already been talked about to death. Like, there's entire video essays just focusing on every little detail, and there's all this stuff in the extended universe. There's nothing we can add there's nothing we can say that hasn't already been said, basically.
Yeah, like, what else can we add to
It's Star Wars!
The second trilogy, what can we add?
No, exactly.
Also, I held up a 3 there. Don't fucking count that.
But it's fucking Star Wars! Everyone's already talked about it. Like, everyone's talked about how good the originals are. Everyone's reviewed how shit the prequels are.
But it is still the worst one.
But the only reason we reviewed Last Jedi is because I felt it needed to be reviewed because people hated that movie and I thought I was going crazy.
And also, I am a good test subject for never having sat through anything except Star Wars 7, really?
Yeah.
Beforehand?
It's like, if anyone had a reason to hate this movie, it was Justin, and he said it was good. So...
Oh, well, you liked it because you'd never seen Star Wars. No, I've seen Star Wars. I've seen every parody of Star Wars. I've seen everyone talk about Star Wars. I go to film school. You know how many classes reference Star Wars? All of them. I'm so tired of hearing about it.
It's been done to death. That's our reasoning, so...
Yep. Okay, I'm going to put a couple together. The Room, Troll 2, Birdemic 1 and 2.
Again, those have already been covered.
And this isn't even like, I still need to sit through Troll 2 in The Room, and I'm going to probably have a good time watching it. But again, what is there to add? Like, oh, it's so bad, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. Those are fun, but still.
Well, Troll 2 and The Room are. Birdemic, yeah, there's the bad CGI effects. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and even I enjoyed how horribly paced the film was and how awkward the dialogue was. But
yeah, but then you sit through just like 20 minutes of nothing and you're bored out of your mind.
Exactly, but it's just like...
Unless you guys want a 10-minute episode, we're not doing it.
No, because the thing is, what What was I about to say? I was about to say something. We don't go out seeking bad films. If a film's bad, that's because we didn't know it was bad. Like, we're not one of those people who go out seeking terrible movies like The Nostalgia Critic or Brad Jones or something like that.
Yeah, I don't go to the movies and I'm like, oh, I want to see how bad the Emoji Movie is. Oh my god, it was bad. Yeah, no shit. You saw the Emoji Movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, of course.
Unless you're Goober. Goober likes to do it with friends.
Does he?
I mean, in Australia, I'm pretty sure he's also legal to drink.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, two of them are so bad they're good, but again, it's just...
I hope we're still lit, because it got really dark really fast.
Yeah.
If not, this has suddenly turned into audio only.
No, it'll be fine. I'll be able to brighten it up a bit.
Okay. Next is the Human Centipede series.
It's
shock gore.
That's all it is a gorehound film. And again, some of them have been talked about. Like, it's not been talked about a ton, but at the same time, it's just, there's no substance to them. They're literally just shock movies.
I think that I've heard, like, the first one has substance, but the other two are just clearly to shock.
Yeah. The first one has some substance, and it's fun because the scientist is super over the top. But the other two are just shit.
Anyway, no, but...
I didn't do that on purpose. I apologize.
I know. That's why I just stared at you, so to let it sink in.
They're literally just no reason to exist except shocky gore. It's like, oh no, she crushed an infant with her foot, trying to step on the gas.
Wait, are we talking about the movie or my birthday?
Fair.
Yeah, it's just... And it's not even like we couldn't take it. It's not... We sat through enough horror and... some pretty uncomfortable dramas.
Yes. But at the same time, it's just there's really no reason to watch these. Even the gore is just not worth it, honestly.
Really isn't. If I wanted a shocking horror movie, or a gorehound movie, I'd watch Saw.
Yeah.
Saw at least sometimes has a good story to it.
Those are sometimes have a good story, or at least creative with all their deaths, and Jigsaw's always entertaining. So
Tobin Bell.
Yeah, Tobin Bell, that's his name. Yeah, he's always entertaining. So
okay. This one is probably one we may break in a way. Mm-hmm. The Disney live-action remakes.
How would we break that?
Because we still want to do that one wheel of topics. Mm-hmm. We may talk about them as a whole.
Yeah, we're not going to... Okay, but yeah, we're not going to review those individually. I mean, I don't know if we've discussed it in depth, but we just loathe Disney at the moment. Like, just all how shit they are.
I think I've mentioned it a few times.
Yeah. These live-action remakes suck, and there's no reason to watch them. Just watch the originals.
Really, they're the best description I've come up with is it's like watching a high school version of Broadway play.
Yeah,
you see people you can see people in the roles. The songs are the same, the plot is the same, and you may get a little chuckle out of it, but it's not nearly as good as the Broadway version.
No, literally, these have just been made to cash in on nostalgia. That's the only reason they exist, and they're just there to be a cheap way to make more money for the mouse. So
hell, do they even use the mouse anymore?
Probably not.
He's probably just killed under a sack of money at this point.
Yeah.
This one is just quick. Sharknado, the Sharknado series, it's boring. It's just boring.
I think literally the only reason those exist is because someone came up with the title. It's like, what if it was a Sharknado, and they made an entire movie around that.
And, well, no, it was just supposed to be another sci-fi original flop, silly idea, whatever.
That caught on because it was so ridiculous.
Yeah, it caught on because people were like, how do you make a movie about a Sharknado? That sounds stupid.
And a lot of times you see reviewers, and it's really annoying because they're like, oh my god, this movie is so bad. No, really? Really?
Oh, it gets more over the top. They go to space. Whatever.
Who fucking
It would
cares?
just be... If you'd really want to
How do you have a tornado in space?
No, it throws the sharks into space.
Really?
Yeah. Or there's a vortex.
Whatever.
I'll go with... I think it's Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no.
Sharknado 3, oh hell no. Which is the proper response if someone ever asks you, hey, let's watch Sharknado 3.
That's not really asking.
Yeah.
But yeah... Unless you hear how we're talking with, like, complete distaste in our...
Yeah.
That's what the entire fucking episode would be, and it would only be about 30 minutes at most.
Because it's sometimes can be funny to see people do that, but it's like we go into this to have fun. We go into this because we want to watch more movies. That's the whole premise of the thing.
Yeah, or talk about films that no one really talks about.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And if a film's bad, it turns out to be bad. You know, we don't purposely go looking for bad movies. And these are just bad movies for the sake of being bad. That's all they are. But they're purposely made to be bad. The Sharknado one. So.
Okay. Next is The Great Gatsby 2013. This was my put on there because this is the worst fucking film I've ever seen in my life.
So far, really?
Oh, I will still hold it up there as the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. It is a painful experience. Here, spoiler warning. I'll give it to you right now. This movie feels longer than fucking anything. I could sit through all of The Big Bang and it would feel shorter.
would not go that far.
I will.
I would not go that far.
I will.
You know how terrible you know how terrible The Big Bang is.
Yeah, I do.
I would rather watch Great Gatsby than the entirety of Big Bang.
It's true. But this film is so quickly edited. When I watched it for the first time, I was like, okay, so we're halfway through the story now, right? Because I was getting exhausted from the film. I was 20 minutes in to this 2.5 hour movie.
It's 2.5 hours?
It's like near 2.5 hours.
Oh my god.
The editing is terrible. I already hate the book. I'd like to point out too.
This isn't just like, oh, it's a bad adaptation. No, the book is equally.
No, I don't like the book. Yet I was defending the book because the acting in it kind of fucked it up. Because Leonardo DiCaprio plays this absolute psychopath dressed up as the Great Gatsby.
It's white people problems. That's all the Great Gatsby is. Rich white people problems.
No, it's not even rich white people problems. It's the friend zone.
It's all it is, and he can't let go. You know, you have all this fucking money, everything you could ever want. Probably plenty of girls who would genuinely like you, but no, I want her.
I need her.
She rejected me, but I need her.
I fucking hate that. Maybe as a charity thing, I do this movie.
I would say no.
Probably. High enough price.
Okay, well.
It's one movie. But, yeah, just know, this is a painful movie to sit through. I have no idea why people liked it. There are people who like it, and just know.
It's just... And it's
also,
just,
replacing all jazz with radio dubstep, fuck off.
And the thing is, when I saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, they just used a dubstep track for the trailer. No! The whole movie has, like, a radio dubstep soundtrack.
And you know what they had?
What?
A jazz orchestra, which they use once.
For, like, 5 seconds, yeah?
For, like, a minute, maybe? They had an entire jazz orchestra, but no, used dubstep. Fuck off. And yes, I know why they used dubstep. It's because the director wanted it to be shocking, sort of like jazz was at the time. Whatever. That's probably the most angry I'm going to get at the moment. I fucking hate that movie. Indiana Jones, the 1 through 3. We specify.
Yeah, 1 through 3. Well, you still haven't seen 3, so we'll probably still watch that, but we won't review it because, again, it's another case like Star Wars where they've already been talked about to death.
It's a classic.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't like Temple of Doom, but hey, that's about it.
It's easily the weakest Indiana Jones movie ever made. I still enjoy it,
and it helped invent the PG-13 rating, which is a good enough reason to dislike it. That's about it on that one.
Yeah, well, Indiana Jones 4 we might do.
Yeah, Indiana Jones 4 we might do because everyone seemed to hate it, and I'm wondering, like, was I just kind of blind when I watched it the first time, or
I enjoyed it, honestly. Again, I'm a big Indiana Jones fan, but I still thought it was a fine movie. It wasn't as good as the first one or Last Crusade, but it was still good.
Next is Garbage Pail Kids. Again, just talked about too much. I don't think we have to
talk about too much. It's just a bad movie.
It's a bad movie. It's not enjoyable. Moving on. Mm-hmm. Come on. If you're gonna throw shit at us, get creative.
Yeah.
Come on. I asked for way too much there. The internet knows too much.
Yeah.
YouTuber movies. And this is one we might break with some of Rooster Teeth stuff, or doesn't Ashens have a movie as well?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Ashens has a movie. It's great.
Yeah, or the AVGN movie, even I'd be willing to sit through.
I'd be willing to do that, yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple that, but this is more just to cover stuff like Smosh the movie or whatever Shane Dawson has done.
Even like Disney Channel ones that star YouTubers, so.
Yeah.
I know that falls under Disney Channel original movies, but still.
Which we didn't put on the list.
Yeah.
I'm not adding them.
Yeah, basically just YouTuber movies with a few exceptions.
With exceptions that, again, we can break the rules of. You guys can't as much.
Sorry.
Oops.
It's our show. Sorry.
It's our podcast. We can do what we want. Okay, we're getting into TV series now. This one is going to make people mad. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Let's try to stay professional here.
All right.
So we don't say anything to... Just the reasoning on why. Game of Thrones. This is a series that is covered in podcast. Every episode is covered in podcasts, multiple YouTube videos, essays, and I think even like by actual academics, this show has been covered. We don't need to talk about it.
No, it's like, and regardless of our personal feelings on the show, strictly from a professional stance, it's another instance of it's just been done to death.
It's already been done to death. It's over. You probably have your own opinion on the show at this point. Mm-hmm. Okay, we've walked off the eggshells.
Yes.
The Walking Dead. Oh, hi, eggshell.
No, I don't give a shit. We're not doing The Walking Dead. I enjoyed the first season a lot.
I hardly even enjoyed that.
I enjoyed the first season a lot. Third season started to get better, but it's just... The series is overrated. It's overhyped. And you know what?
I don't even think it's overrated or overhyped anymore, because anytime I mention, like, is anyone... I'll see...
Well, nowadays no one cares, but for the longest time that was THE show.
That's because Breaking Bad ended.
Yeah. But again, just a little personal story to reiterate. The thing about Walking Dead is I heard it to death already before the show even came out. Because what's the first film a college student usually makes? Horror. Because it's just so easy to do.
Yeah.
And it's just like, everyone's like, oh, there's a new TV show coming out called Walking Dead based off the comics, and it looks violent, and it looks awesome. And I got on the hype train a little bit and enjoyed the first season, but again, problem is, second season, oh my fucking god, it was bad.
Hey, what if we take one chapter from the comics and stretch it out for a season?
Like, the third season was better, but by that point, it had already lost me with just how bad the second season was, and the only thing we're probably ever going to talk about on the show is it's just like, you know, the pacing slowed way down and they were too safe. That was the problem.
And another thing for me is I cannot take zombies super seriously unless you put me in a situation where, because Walking Dead tries to have that situation until you realize two of those characters aren't dying, everyone else will.
Yeah, it's kind of like Game of Thrones, where it's like the gag becomes who are we going to kill and how many people are we going to kill, not rather than actually building tension. It's like everyone's safe except for these people, probably. And I don't know if Game of Thrones has that. What's the other show that does that?
Just kills people off or doesn't kill anyone? Attack on Titan.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Attack on Titan.
That made someone mad. That is also on this list of Attack on Titan. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to sit through it. Yeah. That's just it.
The thing is...
That may be also one for charity. Like,
yeah, we'll find out.
There's an iffy one there.
But again, the problem is when a show stops being focused on, you know, actually building tension around who's getting killed off and the deaths being meaningful, and just becomes, who are they going to kill off this season? You just kind of lose me.
Yeah. And again... I just think zombies are more for fun.
Yeah.
Or I find people in the apocalypse a lot more interesting.
And the thing is, because Walking Dead came out, it started this whole downhill trend of zombie things where everything had to be serious.
Everything's serious
and all
now.
The characters were brooding and sitting and going crazy.
Look at Dead Rising. Before Walking Dead, after Walking Dead. God, I love Dead Rising.
Dead Rising's fantastic.
Except for 4.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, zombie movies like Dawn of the Dead and all that, they were just fun B-movies a lot of the time that just, you know, didn't take themselves too seriously. But since Walking Dead did build up some good drama in the first season, everything was like, oh, no, it has to be serious. No fun allowed. So, that's that.
I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
I don't know either.
Next up is Baku no Pinko. No. Just, I know the meme.
For all the anime fans, you know what we're talking about.
It's a meme. Don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
If you don't,
just leave it at that.
It's child porn.
It's or as known in Japan, lolly. It's not.
No, it's not lolly.
It's not
because it's little boys. I forget the term for it. I forget the term for it. But yeah, no, we're not doing that. CSI, NCIS, Law and Order. This is not because we hate these shows in capacity.
In fact, I really like NCIS. Actually,
I like the first couple seasons of NCIS.
And I really enjoy NCIS LA, but the problem is they're still fucking going.
Yeah, these shows are just too long.
Like, NCIS is almost, I think, in its 25th season or some shit like that. Law & Order, I think, recently, like, SVU recently broke the record of longest-running TV show ever.
Jeez.
So, they're still enjoyable.
Non-soap opera show, probably.
Yeah, well, non-soap opera. Yeah, scripted, primetime drama, I should say.
Okay.
But it's like, there's too fucking much. And I still really enjoy watching it, but there's just too much to cover.
Yeah, they're just too long. Hey, if you want a free podcast idea, go ahead and talk about those shows. Trust me, you'll be able to go for at least 3 years.
Is NCIS New Orleans still going?
I have no idea. I think that got canceled.
Because it ran way longer than I thought it would.
Also, yes, we are talking about the spin-offs too. Don't try to get cheeky with me.
We're talking about spin-offs too. Like, let's say, oh, he didn't mention Law and Order LA or something, but it's like, no.
That's what we think of you, Jeff. That's what you sound like.
Jeff. You motherfucker. All right.
Dragon Ball. Avoiding any personal commentary, critically speaking, it's too long again.
I think it's good to just have shonen in general.
No, because I do want to do something on One Piece, just we're not doing the entire series.
Okay, that's again with the last rule breaking the exception. But I think we can put most shonens on there, like Bleach or Naruto or something like that.
Again, those are just long.
Yeah. It's just, and regardless of our personal thoughts on any of those shows, they're just too fucking long.
My Hero Academia would be a weird point because it is split into seasons, but it seems to be going for shonen of just
it does
going on forever.
I think the thing is we tried for the most part to avoid shows that are still going on.
Yeah.
So,
but if because My Hero Academia probably won't be on the TV wheels for a while. But if it does, we might just do a collection. If it is going to be a new type of shonen that will stretch till the end of fucking times. I also kind of want to do the first couple episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point, just for pure ridiculousness.
Like an April Fool's joke or something.
No, not even April Fool's. We'll take it serious.
Are you talking regular Yu-Gi-Oh?
We might do a couple of them.
Where they rob a bank at gunpoint just for a card.
Yeah, we'll do like the first arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! See how long that is.
I was a little hesitant at first. I'm like, really, it probably hasn't aged well, but you told me it was too fucking over the top.
Dude robs a fucking pawn shop for a card.
That's hilarious. And
Stop hitting the table.
Sorry, that's what sold me on it. But yeah, it's like, even if I don't enjoy Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, you know what? It's just the problem is they're too long. That's the problem.
Okay, next, the Hostel series. It's like Saw, but less fun.
Yeah, they're just not good. There's some good gore in the first one, but
it's just mean-spirited. It sort of goes with Human Centipede. It's just shocking for shocking's sake. Saw at least sounded like it had a point.
Yeah, Saw sounded like it had a point and could have fun at times, but...
Yeah, because it got silly with how over the top it gets. But
it's like, Eli Roth did all the Hostel movies. Yeah, they're just not really fun.
They're not
really
fun.
Really mean-spirited. They're just...
Speaking of not fun, mean-spirited horror, Rob Zombie movies. Fuck you, no.
We don't like Rob Zombie horror. We're sorry.
I understand House of a Thousand Corpses on its place in cult status. I understand some people enjoy the remake of Halloween. But no.
Sorry, no Rob Zombie movies.
It's just drawing that line in the sand.
Yep.
Birth of a Nation. The
original.
1915 one, not the documentary?
Yes. Was it a documentary?
I think it is a documentary. But there is also another one that was released recently that's talking about racism in films.
Yeah.
Not a horribly racist film that promotes the KKK.
Yeah, and plus it's...
there's no way this video is monetized.
No. Plus it's a 3-hour movie.
Silent movie.
Silent movie, and it's horribly racist. So, yeah. Sorry.
This one is one where I'm thinking, like, if charitable enough, we may break it, but otherwise, no. Live-action anime adaptations. Just, this goes with Disney remakes, and we'll probably do a separate episode explain why. But all these are just not nearly... We would rather talk about any of the shows.
Yeah. Like, it, even, like, Death Note, I heard those movies were awful. Like,
which ones? Because
the original Japanese and especially the Netflix one. But it's like, I know Justin didn't like the show, but at the same time, we'd rather watch that than fucking...
I'd like to correct that. I didn't like the last bit of the show.
You didn't like the ending. Sorry. Yeah,
Before everyone fucking kills me.
Hold up the comment sections. I know you're typing right now. Hold up.
I enjoyed most of Death Note.
Yeah, until the last arc, basically. So.
We'll talk about that at some point.
But it's like, no, none of the live action remakes, just the half-assed.
Next is a pretty obvious one, but I don't want anyone being clever. I don't want anyone being a smartass, because I'm a smartass. Political documentaries.
Like the ones that came out like during the election especially. Like,
or that are probably coming out next year.
Like Hillary's America or something like that. All those stupid political docus.
They're propaganda, they're annoying, and there isn't much to talk about without becoming... Because we get slightly political on the show. I think we've done it a few times.
Yeah. We generally just try to avoid politics because it's just in such a horrid state right now where if you say anything that even remotely resembles a political opinion, you'll get stoned by one side or the other. It's just, again, my stance on politics falls squarely in the middle. I'm a right...
People will yell at you for saying that too.
I don't give a fuck. You know what? There's parts of both sides that I like, and there's parts of both sides that I dislike. That's why I vote independent. And because usually independent, they're not forced to be tied to one view or another.
Now someone's going to say... I already see someone getting
pissy. I know.
And
this is exactly why we're avoiding it. But again, it's just like, all I want is just for everyone to get along and for everyone, including the higher-ups politicians, to try to make the world a better place. That's all I want.
And also, again, we're a film podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, movies will talk about politics. And we'll talk about those themes if they come up. But... we're supposed to be talking about the film, not the entire, not what state the world's in. We'll make jabs, of course, because we're people and we like humor.
Yeah. But yeah, I like snow cloning a Leonard Skinner quote a lot. It's I'm a right wing liberal hippie. All I want is for my gay married neighbors to be able to protect their marijuana plants with guns.
Nice. Okay, it's now going to switch between movie and TV a lot here, because this is where we start, because that first page was mostly stuff where like, okay, yeah, this, and then this was us thinking a bit harder. Most sitcoms, they're long and mostly not funny, especially with the laugh track. This rule will probably get broken.
Because there's some British comedies that have a laugh track that are genuinely funny, like Ab Fab and Father Ted are really fucking
And there's some good American ones like Malcolm in the Middle.
Does that have a laugh track?
No, it does not.
Really? Well, it's been years. I was talking with a laugh track.
Oh, well, I was just talking sitcoms.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe The Office at some point.
I enjoy The Office a lot. I'd be down.
I know. I'm just debating like if that's talked about too much.
It might be.
Everyone's a fucking fan of it.
It might be. Yeah. Well, I think everyone's a fan of it too because there's so many people who work that kind of office job.
Yeah.
Because my parents just loved it because they could relate to it. They're like, those people that are in the show.
Hashtag relatable.
Yeah. Oh, those people that are in the show. It's like I work with those people. Wow, this actually hits close. That's why my mom especially fucking loved The Office. So, and it is still genuinely funny. I really enjoy the show.
I think I said something weird about it in the Seeking a Friend episode.
Well,
I do enjoy The Office.
Yeah, because I think you had only seen like the first couple episodes before it really found its stride.
Yeah.
So,
the Michael Bay directed Transformers films.
We're not doing those. Sorry.
They've also been. If you want to talk about those films in deep, critical view. Lindsay Ellis has a series called The Whole Plate.
Yep.
It talks about each of the film. It talks about film theory, but using Transformers films. It's actually kind of funny.
It's hilarious, and because anyone who's been through film theory, that's a hard one to say. Anyone who's been through film theory has gone over all this already, and she just does it and applies it to Transformers, which is great. So,
the show Black Bullet.
It's a lolly.
It has lolly elements, and now I know you're gonna try to be really if you guys try to get really fucking clever, and you're like, ooh, I got a sneaky lolly show. Stop. Well, I will call you out by username. I will dox you.
I say I don't even.
No, I won't.
I don't even think we have to put it on the list because it should be self-explanatory. No lollies, no child porn.
We also just have no porn on here.
Just no porn, basically. Well, that's it. Just no straight up porn. Leave that to the cinema snob.
It's true. Sherlock talked about to death, and we don't enjoy it. There's also this very long video essay that we basically agree with. It looks like one of those that's over an hour long, just shit talking.
It's almost 2 hours long. It's movie length.
That's over an hour.
Well, it's hour 50, so close to 2.
That's over an hour.
Okay, fine.
My amount of time on Earth is over an hour. But there's this long ass essay that explains probably our same feelings. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was an overlong cop show. From what I watched, the first season basically, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
It's just overlong. Like you felt it could have been way easily told.
You could have cut down 30 minutes easy, and that was before I saw the essay because I know that's a point, and you're just going to be like, "Oh, you're repeating the essay." I like straw man arguments. I should just get a shirt that says straw man. But no Sherlock. Maybe Elementary though.
I enjoy it.
It's still going though.
I think it is. Yeah.
The MCU movies. Yes, we should talk them a lot. No.
Yep.
We'll talk about them in broad strokes, but we will not cover the movie specifically unless... No. Except maybe years down the line.
Yeah, it's like we won't go through the Infinity War saga anytime soon.
I don't feel like saying through 22 movies. They're all just fine.
Yeah.
Except for like 3 of them, which are terrible, and 3 of which are good. The Cars movies and Planes. No.
Yeah, we know how you think. It's like, oh, they're cars. They know so nothing about planes. No, we're not doing those. Sorry.
No, I'm not watching that Dane Cook animated movie.
Watch, there's going to be one called Trains or something like that that people can point out.
Then are they going to make a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? But they're all the vehicles talk?
Well, I think Trains would just be Thomas the Tank Engine.
There's already enough Thomas the Tank
There Engine. Is. Narrated by Ringo Starr in the first couple seasons.
School Days, the anime. It's not.
Remind me again what that is.
It's just kind of a really boring high school drama, and then it has this shocking dark ending.
Oh, is that why people remember it?
Probably. I've been told by many people it's not worth watching, even as a joke. It's just boring.
Okay.
The remake of the prequel of The Thing.
We're not doing that. Sorry. Thing from Another World and The Thing, from John Carpenter's Thing from 1982, 84, are great. We're not doing the prequel.
The prequel is a no. Happy Madison Productions, no.
Sorry. And the reason we specified that is because we still might review some Adam Sandler movies. Yeah. And we may break that exception if there's one produced by Happy Madison or something. But in general, we're not doing...
They're bad comedies.
We're not doing bad Adam Sandler movies. Sorry.
I think Nostalgia Critic said it best. There's only so many ways you can say, this isn't funny.
Yeah. Exactly.
Norm of the North and its sequels.
Nope.
It's a Rob Schneider movie.
That's it.
Moving on. A Serbian film. This is even worse than Human Centipede.
Yes.
If you do not know what this is, like you haven't heard of it, do not look it up. This may be too shocking even for us. This gets fucking dark, horrid, and just mean-spirited.
Phaelus did a pretty good review on it.
Yeah, I think shit. Let me look up a name.
Mm-hmm. Because I remember Phaelus, even he had a warning, and he took the bullet and covered it for the rest of us. That's all you need to know. Like, it's literally just shocking for the sake of being shocking.
Kyle Cagrig.
Yeah.
He, who does Brows Held High. I think he covered it too.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just literally shocking to be shocked. They just said, how much can we gross and or disgust the audience? That's the only reason the movie exists.
Yeah. Well, no, there may have been a message, but it's so gore happy it's lost.
It's lost because the horrid things in that film overshadow whatever message he may be going for. Ugh.
The Twilight movies, again, too talked about. Just
yeah. And
honestly, I think Lindsay also covered this. People were probably way harsher than they needed to be on them.
It's like they're not even worthwhile the hate. They're just
it's like if you're a teenage girl or a teenage boy, whatever, and you enjoy it, a nice fantasy, whatever, being with your buff boyfriends, fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's like they're not good films, but they're not worth this huge hate train that everyone got on. And it's like, honestly, they're just not worth it.
Yeah, apparently people send like Stephanie Meyer death threats or something, and it's just like.
And I think it's just I think it's because the reason so many people just hate this movie is because the time period it came out, it was something that it was just so easy to hate on.
Yeah.
Because it's not, those films are not well done because this
also goes for 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, we're not doing those. Is that on the list?
Yes.
Okay, good. Literally, and I even hate the books of 50 Shades of Grey because literally that started out as Twilight fan fiction.
Actually, I forget what he changed his name to, but he used to be called the Dom. He does Lost in Adaptation. It's a book compared to movie show, and he covered 50 Shades of Grey. Now, he specifies in the episode 2 that he is not called the Dom because he has participated in BSM. It was just kind of a cool name. But he has, I think he said he's participated once or twice and knows in the books these are horribly toxic and are not the way it's supposed to be done. Yeah, everyone who is into BDSM and has seen the books and or watched the movies knows that this is a horrible representation of BDSM and really paints it in a negative light. So yeah, it's just that they're just not even that well written because it was literally fan 50 Shades of fucked up.
It was literally just fan fiction that got published. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's Twilight fan fiction and they just changed the names and published it. That's all it is.
If it's your garbage, it's your garbage. Yeah. You can enjoy it. I mean, I have my own personal garbage, but
we're not doing the 50 Shades movie, sorry.
The Cool Cat films. I don't want our videos to just be taken down by a madman.
Yeah, didn't you say that like he took all those down just because it was negative or something?
Oh yeah, he tried to take down I Hate Everything's videos, and I think it almost went to court.
Yeah,
they're still. I Hate Everything has covered them. Other people I'm sure have covered them. It's not worth it.
No.
Pure Flicks. No.
We're not doing any of those Christian propaganda movies. Sorry.
God's Not Dead.
Don't forget the sequel, God's Not Dead 2. He's surely alive.
That's just the rest of the lyrics.
It is the rest of the Newsboys lyrics. Oh my god, we're not doing any Pure Flicks or Christian propaganda. Sorry, no.
Video game movies. We could break this one a few times.
Yeah.
But mostly drawing a line. It's the same reason as anime adaptations. They're just not good.
No.
There's a couple of good ones, like Silent Hill. Shut up, Cameron.
I still hate that movie, but at least I can appreciate it for trying.
Yeah, they tried. It didn't go well, but they tried.
Yeah.
I still like the first Resident Evil. Like, it's not a good video game adaptation, but as a zombie movie,
yeah,
you get a woman who drop kicks a zombie dog,
exactly,
which is a real dog in makeup.
What? Really? She actually drop kicked the dog?
I think the one she kicks is fake, but they actually put dogs in zombie makeup.
That's interesting.
Which is just that's at least a good amount of effort.
Yeah. That and the second one too is a fine.
Oh yeah, when she hits liquor with a motorcycle, it goes in the air and shoots it.
I mean, it's fine action movie, honestly, but we're not going to review like any of the sequels past that. If in fact we do review the first two.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like video game movies or video game adaptations in general are just 90% garbo and just not worth it.
They're really not. Is there anything else we need to? Any other ones you think can think of at the moment?
Not off the top of my head, but I know we'll probably think of a couple later. But
it's too bad we have an official video now.
Yeah, as of right now, this is what the fuck no list is on. And we'll add anything. Probably.
If we ever need to add anything, we might.
Yeah,
but
we'll add it more to the. You can just put in the description movies that have been added to the fuck no list.
Yeah. Or shows as well. Yeah, no straight up hentai series. No and we're not going to be like the ratings board and be like, oh, well, there's more than 2 nipples or there's fucking in this movie, so that makes it porn.
No, we don't give a shit about fucking or sex scenes. It's just movies that are literally made as porn or as, it's no.
Yeah, it's...
No. Sorry.
There's no reason.
No, there's no reason.
But, yeah, I think that's the...
That is the fuck no list, and that took us another 40 minutes. See why I split it?
Yeah, we can split.
But
since this is kind of the end of First Wheel, thank you for anyone who stuck around to watch.
Yes.
This show was, I said it in the update video, I think we said in the first episode or somewhere else at least, this show was literally just made so we can watch more movies and shows together. And if you guys enjoy it, that's kind of a bonus.
If the series has taken off by this point, because this is probably not going to come out for another year and a half, it's going to be really awkward because we'll be so behind responding to things. So it's like people, if you're asking us questions, we're literally probably talking to you from at least a year ago.
Cameron.
What?
If you let me edit, we can get it out before the end of this year. You fucking asshole.
But yeah, so that was as of right now, the fuck no list.
That's the fuck no list. That part 1 was the recap. Do count them as one episode though, Cameron. No cheating.
I'm not gonna cheat.
Cameron's a cheater. He's rigged the wheel in the past, even though I spin it. But yes, thank you all so much for watching.
Yep.
Next movie, again, we've already landed on at some point. And we're either doing TV next, or we've already done TV 1. The next should be the start of Wheel 2.
Yeah. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.